Hi friends, welcome to my May favorites. I know, it is the middle of June. The last few months I have been consistently giving you my favorites videos so late. I debated putting my favorites together for May and June because in a couple of weeks I am gonna film that June favorites video and I don't want it to be too long, so let's roll with it. The first thing I'd like to share with you guys is of course my Young Living favorites. You know I have them every single month. At the very end of May, my husband and I took a trip. We spent some time with his family in the South, and then we also spent a couple of days by ourselves in Nashville. That was a city that I had not visited ever before and my husband hadn't been in years, and we had a blast. The reason that I'm telling you that is A, look for those vlogs because I'm in the process of editing some of those travel vlogs for you right now. I hope you enjoy them. And they were the first travel vlogs that I shot on my brand new camera. A little bit more about the camera in a second. The other reason I'm telling you about that trip, the first night we were in Nashville, we decided to just go to a more traditional place to grab some food, and we found a restaurant downtown, and I ordered a dinner entree at this restaurant that I would not normally order. There is a thing that they make in Nashville, apparently they make it all over the city and everyone specializes in it, and it's called hot chicken. It actually sounds pretty tasty when you read the description of it if you like spicy food. It's basically fried chicken with a whole bunch of very hot spices in it, and different places make it different ways. So I ordered some hot chicken, not expecting to get a piece of chicken that was larger than the size of my hand, and I have large hands. It was delicious. However, I'm telling you this story because I will never again in my life consume anything that is called
hot chicken, okay?
I am so grateful that I had my Young Living essential oils with me and some Young Living products with me because I needed all the digestive support that my body could get. That being said, my two favorite things from Young Living in May were the Digest Essential Oil Blend and the supplement Digest and Cleanse. Digest and Cleanse is like having Digest in a soft gel, and then they add virgin coconut oil and fractionated coconut oil to it. And you can see how well loved my bottle is there. It is very old and I probably need to order a new one. I used this oil a lot. I especially use this oil in the evening after I consumed hot chicken, and it was so supportive, so wonderful. I swear by this oil. It comes with me every time I travel, and probably my favorite thing for digestive support is the Digest and Cleanse, and I always take a bottle with me when I'm traveling because you never know when you're gonna eat something like hot chicken or just something that you're not used to eating on a regular basis. I normally don't eat fried food, so I'm sure that that had a lot to do with it. But that being said, having Digest and Cleanse around really helps keep my digestive system happy, and I swear by it. These two were major favorites for me this month. And then my new to me product that I really enjoyed from Young Living this month was a bar soap. I picked up the lemon sandalwood bar soap. I started using it in May and I loved it. The lemon scent in this is just so refreshing. I really don't smell the sandalwood in it as much as I smell the lemon. I love this product because of course there's not only lemon and sandalwood in it, but you've got olive fruit oil, aloe vera leaf extract, and rosemary leaf extract in this. It's really lovely, very invigorating in the morning. If you're looking to try one of the Young Living soaps and you haven't tried this one, I would add it to your ER or to a quick order because it's really great. Okay, next I have a couple of beauty items to share. The first one is a hair product, and I've heard about this one actually from other YouTubers that I watch in other people's favorite videos. Finally picked it up because I knew I was going to be traveling. This is the Aveda Shampure line. This is their dry shampoo. The couple times that I have tried different brands, and I've tried nice brands, believe you me, I haven't tried the cheap ones. I have found that if I really need to use the dry shampoo, if I've waited just a little too long before I washed my hair and I've put it in, I've actually had reactions where my scalp started itching really badly and it kind of burned. I guess I just must have a sensitive head because I have not had the best of luck with other brands that are pretty pricey and are actually supposed to be pretty natural. So I was a little nervous about this one, but I heard rave reviews and I have to tell you, this is fantastic. It's perfect for travel. One of the things I love about this is it smells so good. If you guys know and use Aveda, the Shampure line is wonderful. I love the scent of it, but I can't really use the shampoo and conditioner from this line because it's just not quite what my hair needs. I need a little more hydration. And so I love being able to use the dry shampoo because I get to have the scent of it even while using my other products. You can see there where it opens, and then you just squeeze it and you put it right up next to your scalp, squeeze it in, and then run your hands through it, run a little bit of a brush through it, and it really disappears nicely. It doesn't leave any sort of weird texture or look to your hair. So usually for me, I wash my hair every other day, but sometimes when I'm just really busy and I don't have time to blow dry my hair and style it and all of that, like if I'm just trying to extend the life of my hair or my hairstyle by like an extra day, this is perfect and it's awesome for travel. So I'll have a link for you guys down below in the description box. And then my other item is a lip pencil. I'm a big fan of these NARS lip pencils. In the past, I used the shade Bahama, but I picked up the Dolce Vita. This is technically a little bit smaller than the normal size. If you buy the full size, it's a little bit bigger, but they were selling Cruella, which is their red shade that I love, and Dolce Vita in a little box. And you could buy it at the front of the store there where you check out, you know, where they get you, where you have that row of a gazillion travel size products. I love it. I love the pigment. I love the color. I'm actually wearing this in the video today, but because I did mix a couple little colors in there, I'm going to go ahead and swatch it on my hands. You can see it there. It's just a really, really pretty color. It's very natural, but it also gives me a little bit of a pop of color. They carry these in a ton of shades. If you know makeup, you probably know the NARS lip pencils. I loved Dolce Vita this month, but I've also used Bahama. I've also used a pinky kind of mauve like sheer color, and I cannot pronounce it. I just remember it was a crazy name. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. I've loved that. They have tons of shades. So if you're not big on this shade, check them out because they have so many, and I'm sure you'll find one you love. And they're not cheap, but what I love about these is they last forever, and it's great for travel as well. Next, I have a book to share with you guys, and oh, it's a good one. I love getting book recommendations from one of my favorite bloggers and now podcasters, Anne Bogle. Her blog is called Modern Mrs. Darcy, and her podcast is called What Should I Read Next? It's a huge favorite of mine. I'm also going to make a video soon for you guys of my favorite podcast because you guys asked about that. She has a fantastic summer reading guide that she puts out every May, and I look forward to it every May. And so I'm always really impressed that she finds these great books that I haven't heard of, and this May was no exception. So the first book that I'm reading off of her reading guide, I am actually, confessions here, not quite finished with, but started in May, read all through May, and I'm almost done. It's so, so good. And guys, look at that gorgeous cover. Let's just focus on that for a second. It's called The Jane Austen Project by Kathleen Flynn. If you enjoy just a good escape read, if you like an element of fantasy in there, even if you're not a big Jane Austen fan, which I'm not, I love the movies of the Jane Austen books, but confessions, I've also not ever read a Jane Austen book. Jane Austen is an author I really respect, but I tend to really love the movie versions of her books. So never fear, if you don't read Jane Austen, don't let that dissuade you from this. This is the perfect summer reading book. It's perfect to go in your beach bag, by the pool, if you're just hanging out at home, whatever, you know, on your travels. This is great. I'm just going to read the back of it really quickly for you because I think that description is going to be better than anything I could try to ramble on and say. Two researchers from the future are sent back in time to meet Jane Austen and recover a suspected unpublished novel. I know that premise might sound a little kooky for those of you that don't read fantasy. England, 1815. Two travelers, Rachel Katzman and Liam Finucane, arrive in a field disheveled and weighed down with hidden money. They are not what they seem, but colleagues from a technologically advanced future, posing as wealthy West Indies planters, a doctor and his spinster sister. While Rachel and Liam aren't the first team from the future to go back, their mission is by far the most audacious. Meet, befriend, and steal from Jane Austen herself. Carefully selected and rigorously trained by the Royal Institute for Special Topics in Physics, disaster relief doctor and actor turned scholar Liam have little in common besides the extraordinary circumstances they find themselves in, circumstances that call for Rachel to stifle her independent nature and let Liam take the lead as they infiltrate Austen's circle via her favorite brother Henry. But diagnosing Jane's fatal illness and obtaining an unpublished novel hinted at in her letters poses enough of a challenge without the continuous convolutions of living a lie. While her friendship with Jane deepens and her relationship with Liam grows complicated, Rachel fights to reconcile her true self with the constrictions of 19th century society. As their portal to the future prepares to close, Rachel and Liam struggle with their directive to leave history intact and exactly as they found it, however heartbreaking that may prove. I am not all the way through this book, but it is so good. I don't want to give you any spoilers. I'm loving it. It doesn't feel sad at all in tone. It's written really, really well. I know that was a long back cover to read for you, but I just felt like it was the best way to set this book up. If you want a fun beach read and something that you are going to have a hard time putting down, I would pick this one up, and I'll of course have the Amazon link for you guys down below. The next thing I want to share with you guys is a stationery product. You may or may not have heard of these already. A lot of people have heard of the friction pens, which are basically erasable pens. They're available in different colors. You can either get them in a 0.5 or a 0.7 size. They're fantastic, and I've been using them for a while. But what I didn't know existed, y'all, there are friction highlighters. I've never seen an erasable highlighter before. I finally got really curious and picked these up. I actually picked them up a couple months ago, but didn't start really using them until May. A 3-pack I think was around $4 or $5 at Office Depot. Not only can you erase them, of course, but I find that most highlighters will bleed through the page. I especially love them because they don't bleed through. They don't even bleed through on thin pages of a book like a Bible. I've used these in my Bible study, and I'm so impressed that I can highlight a huge chunk and you think it's gonna look too dark and you turn the page over and it doesn't bleed through at all. So that's a big reason why I love these. I've noticed that you go through them quicker than a standard highlighter or a gel highlighter, but they're still pretty affordable. They're made by Pilot. They erase by friction, hence their title. So when you rub this top here up against the paper, the friction of the movement actually erases the ink. It's pretty brilliant. These erasable highlighters are amazing. I'll have them linked for you down below. If you're a stationery nerd like me, you will love them. And then my last favorite is kind of an interesting one. It's from my kitchen. I am in the pursuit of finding sweeteners that are healthier for me because I have to really reduce my sugar intake, but I also don't want to use any sweeteners that have artificial ingredients or are made from chemicals. So I have started to use stevia and really enjoyed it. And when I did my 40 days of no processed sugar journey during Lent, I discovered the Sweet Leaf Stevia brand and started using the little packets of it because they don't have any additives in them. A lot of stevia brands and packets, especially the ones you can buy at your grocery store, contain dextrose, which is technically sugar. It's probably just a little minute amount, but they're not pure stevia. At least a lot of them aren't. So found the Sweet Leaf brand, really, really enjoy it, but I discovered another Sweet Leaf product this month and it's been a game changer for me, especially with my coffee. They have these sweet drops, which is basically liquid stevia. There's nothing in there but stevia, and also a flavoring. They have different flavors of them. I actually have 2. My favorite one is the vanilla cream, but they also have English toffee, and there's just a whole slew of other ones. I think they have some with peppermint, but since I have my peppermint vitality oils, I don't use that. These have been a game changer for me in my coffee. I'll put a little bit of unsweetened coconut milk creamer in there, so I'm avoiding the dairy. I sometimes put a little cinnamon in, and then instead of just plain stevia or sugar, I will do just a dropper full of this vanilla cream. You can see the dropper, and then you just put a couple of drops in. They're all natural. There's no icky chemicals in here. They're pretty strong. I will use usually a full dropper full, but some people only want to put a couple drops in because they can be strong. It just depends on your taste preference. But look at that, guys. On the label, you probably can't see it. There are 288 servings in this bottle. This has lasted me. I got the English toffee one a couple of months ago. There's still tons in there. I just picked up the vanilla one. It's my new favorite. You can get them at health food stores. I'll have an Amazon link down below. They're so good, and they've been game changers for me. They have made my coffee taste delicious, and it's so wonderful to be able to have sweetened coffee without chemicals, sugar, or artificial sweeteners in it. So love those, and I'll have the link for you down below. So those are all my favorites, but I just realized I cannot finish this favorites video without talking about my favorite thing, probably from April and May, and probably will be in June. The camera right up there that I am filming this video on, I picked up a DSLR. I picked up the Canon T7i, which was a new release. It is the Canon Rebel T7i, and it is more of like an entry-level DSLR. I have a little bit larger lens on my camera than the standard kit lens that is offered, and I explained that whole story in my unboxing vlog. But you guys, I love, love, love this camera. Of course, I'm still learning how to use it, but I used it a lot on our Nashville trip and just took lots of fun pictures. I really have to say that it has been so much more user-friendly than I thought it would be. And even though I'm still going to take my camera class on it, it's just been a game changer for me. And it's gotten me really excited about photography and of course, creating content for you guys. So I love my Canon T7i. If you're looking for a DSLR, I highly, highly recommend it. I'll have the link down below. I also really love my camera bag that I picked up, and it's the ProMaster. It's just nice and compact and really easy for travel, so I'll put that link down below if you're looking for something like that. But I couldn't finish this favorites video without telling you guys how much I love this camera, and I can't wait to keep creating content for you on it. So guys, thank you so, so much for watching my favorites video this month. If you have any favorites that you are loving, you guys know I love to chat essential oils and all the happy favorite things in the comments below. I am going to film my June favorites video in literally a week, so I'm definitely aiming to get that one to you guys on time. Let me know in the comments too if there's any particular type of video you'd like to see from me this summer. Please take care on the other side of that screen. I'll be back at you soon with another video. Bye guys!